Elon Musk and his corruption and incompetence is finally starting to catch up to him because AOC is making sure it does, calling out the latest and maybe the worst of all of Elon's scandals in this very targeted attack on government employees, that him and Donald Trump have launched this purge of all of the non-MAGA loyalists in the federal government, which is, first of all, such a lie from Elon and Trump that this is an effort to shrink the government, when no one loves big government more than Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Elon taking billions of government dollars to increase his own wealth, and, of course, Donald Trump running up the deficit more than any other president in history. But this line that they're telling to go forward with their purge so they can install their MAGA loyalist is completely corrupt, and in Elon's case, oftentimes criminal. And that is what AOC called him out for. And that is why Elon threw a tantrum and attacked her. And we are going to get into that all. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already, and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way, and it really means the world to me now. Before we get into Elon and AOC's back and forth, their fight, I want to check out Senator Peter Welch calling out how Elon is trying to infect every aspect of government in a clip right here.
But we've received calls from folks in various agencies who we've worked with or seen over the years, and there's just an immense amount of insecurity. Do I have my job? Don't I have my job? And frankly, I think this is my point to the president. Chaos is one thing, but cruelty is another. And having people be really uncertain about do they have a job today or not, and leaving them in limbo, I don't think it's a good thing for morale, and I don't care whether it's a Democratic or Republican president. I'm just looking to you to assure me that the tradition that we've had anchored in the FBI since 1972, when it was politicized. I mean, J. Edgar Hoover went after Martin Luther King in a disgusting and despicable way. He went after some John Birch Society folks for their political beliefs in a disgusting and horrible way. And we have no political appointees over there. So it's going to be up to you to, I think, strengthen that tradition. And we heard about the political appointees who are over there now, or I guess they're not officially appointees, but they've been sent by the administration. You didn't know about it. But one of them is from SpaceX. And, you know, Elon Musk, he's a rich guy, but he has no authority other than what's delegated by the president, but he has no official authority. And why is it, you can't answer this, but do you want somebody like Elon Musk peering over your shoulder, telling you what to do about personnel?
No, the FBI must be independent.
But we've received calls from folks in various agencies who we've worked with or seen over the years, and there's just an immense amount of insecurity. Do I have my job? Don't I have my job? And frankly, I think this is my point to the president. Chaos is one thing, but cruelty is another. And having people be really uncertain about do they have a job today or not, and leaving them in limbo, I don't think it's a good thing for morale, and I don't care whether it's a Democratic or Republican president. I'm just looking to you to assure me that the tradition that we've had anchored in the FBI since 1972, when it was politicized. I mean, J. Edgar Hoover went after Martin Luther King in a disgusting and despicable way. He went after some John Birch Society folks for their political beliefs in a disgusting and horrible way. And we have no political appointees over there. So it's going to be up to you to, I think, strengthen that tradition. And we heard about the political appointees who are over there now, or I guess they're not officially appointees, but they've been sent by the administration. You didn't know about it. But one of them is from SpaceX. And, you know, Elon Musk, he's a rich guy, but he has no authority other than what's delegated by the president, but he has no official authority. And why is it, you can't answer this, but do you want somebody like Elon Musk peering over your shoulder, telling you what to do about personnel?
No, the FBI must be independent.
Can you say the words, Joe Biden won the 2020 election?
Joe Biden was the president of the United States.
You understand this? There's a difference. I can say the words, Donald Trump won. I don't like to say it, but I must say it. Can you say the words, Joe Biden won the 2020 election?
Joe Biden was the president of the United States.
You understand this? There's a difference. I can say the words, Donald Trump won. I don't like to say it, but I must say it. Can you say the words, Joe Biden won the 2020 election?
Joe Biden was the president of the United States.
You understand this? There's a difference. I can say the words, Donald Trump won. I don't like to say it, but I must say it. Can you say the words, Joe Biden won the 2020 election?
Joe Biden was the president of the United States.
You understand this? There's a difference. I can say the words, Donald Trump won. I don't like to say it, but I must say it. Can you say the words, Joe Biden won the 2020 election?
Joe Biden was the president of the United States.
You understand this? There's a difference. I can say the words, Donald Trump won. I don't like to say it, but I must say it.
This is what I was talking about in the beginning of this video. Elon wants to put his cronies everywhere, and because of civil service protections, it is difficult for Elon Musk and Donald Trump to accomplish the mass firing that they are out for, and so they have to intimidate people or offer them, phony buyouts, which if you trust Donald Trump to pay you for 7 months when he has never paid anyone who worked for him in his entire life as a private businessman, you have another thing coming to you. But Elon wants to put his people everywhere. Elon doesn't want to shrink the government. Elon wants the government filled with more Elon loyalists, more of his stows. And it's the same with Donald Trump. And that is why they're trying to intimidate. That's why they're trying to get people to leave. That's why they're making up phony reasons to fire people. That's why they're putting these incompetent people at the head of these agencies, so the career officials will leave out of fear for what will happen to them or what's happening around them. That is the plan. That is what they're trying to accomplish. Have everyone be so bad at their jobs that they can install MAG-GA loyalists, and that is long-term damage that they are causing, and that is why AOC is calling out Elon Musk, and it's also why Elon Musk threw a tantrum and started attacking her, and we're going to get into that with this series of tweets right here AOC posted on Twitter. If you want to start with waste, start with Elon's defense contracts at the Pentagon. In fact, we should start with transparency around defense contracts in general, which take up an enormous sum of public funds, but they won't do that. Will they? AOC also responded to a piece of breaking news stating that the U.S. aid security chiefs are on leave after trying to prevent Elon Musk's Doge from accessing classified material. AOC responded, "This is a 5-alarm fire. The people elected Donald Trump to be president, not Elon Musk having an unelected billionaire with his own foreign debts and motives ring us. Classified information is a grave threat to national security. This should not be a partisan issue." And of course, that led to an Elon Musk tweet storm, which is really just summed up in this one. AOC is a stow of use at AOC. Put it so perfectly. Elon Musk is not just a corrupt actor, domestically trying to enrich himself at all cost. He's a threat to national security. It's the same thing that we've said about Donald Trump for so long. His love of dictators and our adversaries, and of course the debts that he owes to other countries, not even the debts that just he owes, but the ways that he has created funnels for people to dump money into his businesses, his crypto scams. That is a threat to national security. So now we have two horrible, terrifying threat to national security presidents, essentially in the White House, and Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And it's not being talked about enough. Again, they're trying to tear down and attack these agencies so they can install their own loyalists, so they can just use them however they want. That was the point of Project 2025 Russpot, who's now running the Office of Budget and Management, wrote the damn thing, and we're expecting that this is not still the plan. It's terrifying, and it needs more attention. And Jasmine Crockett, like AOC, was giving it the attention it deserved, with this clip right here.
Why they went after access to the federal government's payment system?
I have no idea, but I don't have any positive thoughts when it comes down to it. I appreciate that you played the clip of Jamie Raskin, and as you know, Congressman Raskin asked, why do you need access? I mean, here it is. I'm a wholly, fully elected member of Congress. I don't have that kind of access. So when you start talking about who should have access to literally the system that controls approximately $6 trillion of our dollars, I don't really understand, because the people that worked in those positions could only distribute money per the law. So why is it that the DOJ committee would have to have access? And that's not the place that you go to look for cuts. You look at our budget, which it is Congress that has the power of the purse. You look at our budget, you help the president come up with his proposed budget, and then the House and the Senate will decide what we send to his desk, and he gets to decide whether or not he signs it into law. He should not have access to this. And with people already having angst about Elon Musk and the things that he does as it relates to technology, this is not instilling anything more than another layer of fear, especially since normally when you are going to be in a position like that, you have to go through security clearances. And let me tell you, some people think security clearances are all about whether or not you have a warrant or not. No, they look at whether or not you have some sort of divided interest. They look at whether or not you have good credit. They look at so many other things. And we're talking about someone who's unelected, unvetted, and definitely unconfirmed, that is now literally sitting atop our $6 trillion, and we don't know what it is that he's doing, and we honestly don't know what role he has.
Look, you have well articulated some of the bad thoughts as you described them at the top here. The question is, does Musk's team now have the power to actually disrupt federal payments?
In my opinion, they do, but I honestly don't know. We still don't know really what DOJ is in the first place. I mean, listen, think about it like this, Alex. You know, everyone hates Congress. That's just what it is, right? But as a sitting member of Congress, I mean, I had to give up my ability to practice law. I am prevented from being able to practice law to prevent potentially somebody dropping a load of cash on me and I do something that is nefarious as one of 435. And now we're talking about a guy who literally gets government contracts from the United States and has not had to divest, has not had to, I mean, it is really awful. And I know right now people are asking whether or not their IRS refund checks are going to be affected. We don't know if this is more DEI. Are you going to say if it's somebody that's a person of color, then for some reason, whatever they paid in to the federal government, they're not allowed to get it back? Like, we don't know, but there is no reason for any political appointee, if you can even call him that, to have this kind of access. There's none.
Let me move to the fact that you are also a member of the Judiciary Committee. And since Donald Trump took office, multiple top FBI officials and federal prosecutors who all worked on January 6 cases, they're out of a job. And now the DOJ wants names of those who worked on the Trump or January 6 investigations for possible firing. What do you make of this apparent cleansing?
I mean, you just called it what it is. It's a cleansing. I mean, listen, when Democrats got out there and we said that our democracy was really at risk, people were like, oh, Democrats, you're out there, you're gaslighting. It's not our democracy. Well, he did say he'd be a dictator on day one. Oh, Democrats, you know, it's just Trump. He just talks. Well, let me tell you something.
Colleagues that will speak to you off the record, do they have concerns about him? No names, but are you hearing concerns?
I do hear concerns, and let me make sure that I get this timeline together for the American people. Number one, he was sworn in on January 20th. That was on a Monday. We were supposed to be in session from Tuesday to Friday of.
This is truly terrifying. There is going to be no oversight of Elon. He is already running free. It's only been 2 weeks, it seems like there's been a coup inside these agencies. Elon's taking over whatever he wants as long as he keeps pumping in the millions. Donald Trump isn't going to care. It's all corrupt. And this is the long-term lasting damage that maybe isn't as recognizable as some of the really scary executive orders that Donald Trump has signed, but people who have worked in our government for decades and keep it running. Leaving en masse is a terrifying thought, especially when their replacements are mag stows who I don't really want to get into too much dooming and glooming. But do you think these people are going to stop Donald Trump if he wants to install himself as king, if he wants to run for another term? I don't know. It's a terrifying thought, but we have to keep calling it out. We're going to do so every single day on the show, and if you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button, you can leave a like on this video, and if you're stuck around at the end, you drop a blue heart comments. Until next time, I'll see you soon.